Hey everyone, welcome to another week of Marketing 101 for chiropractors. This week, ad copy and ad writing, how important that is. And you are definitely overthinking this with the questions that I get all the time about this. As a chiropractor and a healthcare provider, you do not need to be thinking about the details and the intricacies of ad copy. And I'll explain this why you don't want to be doing that. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time for you to overthink what your ad copy is doing. We had a great podcast a while ago with Clay, and he was talking about push versus pull. And this was a really important concept for me. I'm like, man, we definitely do push our advertising to do something. We want people to be a new patient now. And that's how you are evaluating your ad copy and your ads, whether it's on Facebook ads, whether it's on Google ads, whatever you're doing based on new patients. And I get it. That's the bottom line. Otherwise, how are you supposed to use any metrics of whether your ads are working or not? But if you constantly push, you're going to exhaust your viewership. And good marketing is always getting to new viewership, new people seeing your ads, and that's the best way of brand awareness and building your visibility in your community is by getting to new eyes and new ears. So that's what you should be thinking about when you're creating your ads is how do I get to a reach of new people? And the algorithms will skew things and do their things on digital marketing, but in your brand marketing, I mean, in your community, you need to be visible and doing all that stuff. So let's get back to ad copy. Have you heard of Chat GPT? Guys, this is newer to me. I've been using it for about a month. This is kind of cool and absolutely scary of where we're going with AI. The tech guys all love it. The nerds love it. Zuckerberg and Gates, they all think, this is the next big thing. But really, I think tech's the end of humanity eventually. Hopefully not in my lifetime, but it's going to be the end of us all for sure. But anyways, Chat GPT, go to it. .com, and I put in there, it creates text for you, it creates blogs for you, it creates essay papers. If you're in university right now, you can pass all your classes with Chat GPT and create all your essays. But this is neither here nor there. It's a tool that you can use. And I put in create ad copy for a chiropractic office. That's it, right into the search thing. And within probably 5 seconds, it gave me an ad, a very quick one. But look what you get. Ease your aches and pains with expert chiropractic care at parentheses chiropractic office. Our experienced chiropractors use a personalized approach to help you feel your best. From back pain to headaches, we provide natural and effective solutions for a healthier you. Book your appointment today to start living life to the fullest. We could do a whole episode on that paragraph. Well written, don't you think? I think that's a great. Is that an ad though? Is that something that you're going to put and spend money on and blast on your Facebook ads and your Instagram ads? The answer is no. It doesn't tell anything specifically about you. It doesn't tell them about an offer. I mean, you see how this just doesn't work. So then you hire people, that would be the most logical step for ad copy. You hire a person, and they write your ad copy for you. If they don't live in your city, they know nothing about your community, right? That's the con of ad copy. Then you hire marketers who have no marketing background. They didn't go to college for marketing, and they write your stuff for you based on the success they've had with previous clients, which is good. I think experience goes a long way. Then you write your ad copy. Bing, 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 because it's going to be you. You have to write this stuff. You have to create this stuff. Don't pay other people to do it. They're just templating what has worked in other places. You just got to keep playing with it. Does ad copy play a huge role in the push system, in the pushing to try and get somebody to book an appointment? No, because it's the offer that's going to push people to book the appointment. So if you're looking to create an ad to get new patients right now, which sounds too good to be true, you're going to push them to an offer. And you guys all know this because you always ask me, everyone else in town's doing the $25 new patient thing. Should I do 19? I'm like, how far down do we need to go down this barrel where we're going to start seeing $4 and $3 competition? Come on in for $3. That's beside the point. But is your $19 offer, $25 offer, $47 offer, is that going to really change the game too much? The answer is no. And are those the people that you want to go to? You'll be surprised. The ones that are quick to the lead and come on in, they're jumping around. If you've been doing this long enough, I see my patients in my community on the other chiropractors ads in town, they're commenting on them. And they leave us a good review. They do this stuff. We love the doctors. It was a clean office. They do that stuff. And then on their other people's ads, like don't see the male chiropractor. Try and ask for the female. He's kind of a weirdo. And I'm looking at them like they left 3 different reviews, us and 2 other chiropractors on their ads, on their Facebook ads. So they're just on Facebook all day, typically older patient. And they're just jumping around the village bicycle, going to different chiropractors. Anyways, so you got to know your target and who you're going to. So, don't overthink ad copy. I can end the podcast right here. Stop trying to overthink it. Copywriters, yada, yada, yada. They are great for other things. Creating blogs, website design, like strategic things that are going to be used constantly and over time. Remember with ads, the similar ad over and over again does work in a billboard style advertising campaign. These billboards around town. You see them all the time and you've been seeing them for years. They'll take a billboard for 2 years straight and that same billboard will be the same. Typically a lawyer or an AC repair or something big, a big company, a corporation in your town. Then it'll go away, but it's not gone. It's just somewhere else. They just change the map of the billboards in your town or on the interstate. That's one marketing that works. So if you have an ad that provides your brand and displays you well and you're proud of it and you feel like it's been returning you investment, that is now your like poster ad for town. And I would look into billboards. I mean, depending what you do and what separates you apart from chiropractic, not something else in chiropractic, but what sets you apart from chiropractic, that's a billboard ad. Otherwise, you're competing in the ocean of chiropractic, which not a bad thing. It's a tough game to play. It's a higher cost per click. It's a higher acquisition rate. It's a higher cost to doing stuff. And for some reason, chiropractors have this like $1,000 limit on social media. They're like, yeah, $1,000. That's all I'm willing to spend. It's a good ad spend. I mean, that gives you $20, $30 a day, which is pretty good. But I mean, are you trying to acquire new patients? Are you trying to create traffic? Are you trying to create long-term relationships? So it changes the game. You might want to spend more money. Like on Google, you probably want to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month if you're in a metropolis to just get to compete with everyone else, to show up on the top, to rank, to get to more of your ideal clients. Those are the real numbers, people. But ad copy, again, same thing there. You don't need ad copy for your Google. You don't need ad copy for your Facebook. You need to create the ad. You got to put in your own words. And I know when you're doing it and you're like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. That's why we're searching for answers. And that's why I have this podcast to tell you are doing it right. It is you. It's not the words, it's the offer, and it's the strategy and how you develop the offer. So throwing an ad out of nowhere, out of the blue, it's a good marketing avenue, but don't expect too much from it. You got to test your market and try it. You definitely want to have lookalike and retargeting campaigns on Facebook. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Facebook makes it really simple. I can put a video on this group and show you how to retarget and look at those types of retargeting campaigns, because that happens after you've been running ads for a while. You'll have a larger targeting campaign for all the people that have viewed and clicked on your ads, and then you can retarget them. Facebook keeps the data right in Facebook. So whether you pixelated it or not, whether you put the pixel on your website or your landing page or not, the new algorithms in 2022 and 2023, they all have, Facebook does it internally. So every time someone clicks, the data is saved in Facebook. So when you hit retargeting, boom, they have a list that they're going to retarget for you. If you use ClickFunnels or any of those other, they have a list as well of the leads that inputted their names, which you can retarget internally. Ad copy, when it comes to your newsletters and your nurturing lists and your campaigns in-house, now I think an ad copywriter might be useful. Now I think you've got somebody that could help you create an auto drip campaign for a certain program that you're doing, maybe a loss leader that you're bringing people to the office. Remember, push versus pull. Pull marketing is, I'm just going to throw a rope way, or a fishing net, a large fishing net, deep as far away from the boat as I possibly can, let it do its thing for an hour and sink. and I'm going to slowly pull it back. I like that way of marketing because what you're doing out there is you're throwing out a feeler saying, hey, we're here for you. If you ever stop by and you're suffering from XYZ, we got this cool little wrist. I got these wrist rollers in my office. They're just miniature foam rollers, and they're tiny. They're like probably 6 or 7 inches long, and they're maybe an inch in diameter, like a foam roller. They're just foam, and they're great for your wrists or your feet. So if you work at a desk, you can put, and they're a loss leader, completely bunked. The ads sucked. We got nobody from it. I got freaking 500 of these little things in my office. So it didn't work because the campaign wasn't there. We copied another loss leader campaign that we did. Wrist rollers, not too popular. That's what that told me. And that's what Facebook marketing is. We used to give away these bone pillows through a campaign, what Tristan did. What was it called? $1 Billion Mission. And fantastic campaign. People want a pillow. They're like, that looks comfortable. I'm going to come get my free pillow. These are what are called loss leaders, but you can do cool stuff in your office that don't require you to buy things either. Say, hey, Clay had a great example. You suffer from migraines, XYZ. We do really well with migraines in our office, but did you know essential oils can help with migraines? This combination of oils has been shown to be great. Did you? And then that's it. That's the ad copy. That's the email. That's the drip campaign. Anyone that subscribes to that email, to that ad and puts in their name, phone number, and email, they automatically get a welcome email to your office. Just an intro. Welcome. Thanks for joining our campaign. We hope to drop great information for you. And so always check your inbox and reply yes to this email or reply, I'm ready to this email, so that it engages them. It doesn't end up in their spam. And then they get a drip, like 3 days later, they get an email. 4 days later, they get an email. A week later, they get an email. 2 days later, they get an email. A week later, they get an email, and those emails, those 16 emails add up to 3, 4, 5 months. And in those, it's like, hey, remember the migraines. So that's your migraine campaign. And then you have your low back campaign. Then you have your massage therapy campaign, or whatever it is that you're doing in your office. That's the strategy when it comes to creating content and ads. And I know you look at this, you're like, man, I just want to be a chiropractor. I think about this all the time. 10 years ago, I joke. I was like, I posted like 4 times a year on Facebook on our business page. I posted Happy New Year, back to school, maybe like a promo, Merry Christmas, Happy Halloween. I don't know, maybe some stats that came out in the news. Did you know that sitting is the new smoking? Well, I'd share that, to my business page, but that was it. That was my social media. Horrible, bad. If I knew what I knew now, I probably would have had 7 clinics up in Canada. But anyways, barely did anything. I was kind of forced into this here to get new patients. Like many of you, I feel it. I know it. I know where you're at. You want to either grow your practice, right? You're trying to get, you're like, okay, time for next level. Let's go. Or you're newer out of school. You just graduated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. And you're like, yeah, let's go. This is I'm grinding. And then all of us are like, but I'm a chiropractor. I don't want to do this. I get that. I completely get that. And here's your options. You don't have to do it. Suck in mediocrity for the rest of your life, or do it and hit the next level. I think that's why people hire me as a coach, because I'm like that. And then other people don't hire me as a coach. They're like, yeah, I don't want that guy. But anyways, that's the truth. You have to. No one else is going to do this for you. And then if you try, all I'm trying to do is save you the years of money and pain and loss. If you follow this podcast, I'm going to save you $250,000 in your career in trying things. That's it, for free. Just keep watching these videos, even skip a few and just watch a few. I will save you $250,000 over your year of stupid things that you're going to try and do that don't work. I'm just telling you, they just don't work. But you have to create your own ads. You have to create your own campaigns. You have to know what you're doing, to really go there. And when I say know what you're doing, not watching all these blogs, not even knowing half of what I know. The reason I've done all this is to keep up in the ring with all the other marketers. So when they try and throw a right jab, I always have an uppercut ready. Like, I'm like, no, I know, bam. Like, you're wrong. I know that doesn't work. And if it is great, that I agree with them. We give ourselves a high five, and that's it. We're good. We agree. But that is where it goes. So don't over. I mean, you can't. If you think about this, you're like, okay, how much do I have to spend on social media? Okay, now can I hire an ad copy person? Have you looked at what they charge? I understand they're humans and they got to pay their bills, but like if I'm doing marketing and that on top of it, it's like whoa. And then like a website design. Have you seen some of these prices? Hey, maybe I should create another website with like a drip page, and then you call them up like, yeah, it'll be 10 grand. I'm like 10,000. Okay, well, I'll call you back. Yeah, not paying $10,000, but anyways, I mean, you can't do it all, so you got to do some of it, and then you're trading your time to not pay, right? So you got to have a little bit of knowledge there, and you just need to understand that. You're like, okay, I'm going to dedicate 8 hours a week to my marketing, either learning, growing, following Enrico, following others, asking questions, and just doing it. Just done is better than perfect. Please, people, just live that motto. 90% of you have done that with your entire chiropractic career up to this point. You're just getting it done, and your community loves you because you're doing a fantastic job. Your done is fantastic. Stop shooting for perfect, right? It's just not you're never going to get there. So ad copy, don't waste your time. Check out some of these tools. I mean, Chat GPT, and there was another one, AHR. No, that's not the one. There was another one. I had some notes on it. But anyways, these AI programs that are writing content, unbelievable. I was at PodFest in January in Orlando. Never heard of it before. Started podcasting like this, and Buzzsprout sent me a free ticket. Well, they sent a drip campaign. Hey, welcome to Buzzsprout. We're going to be sponsoring at PodFest 2023. We're giving away free tickets. Enter your name, email, and phone number below. Sound familiar, right? And then I enter more. So you go to their landing page and they ask you even more information. When did you start? How long have you been podcasting? What's your industry? And they got all my information. And I got a free ticket. I didn't think I was going to get a free ticket. I got hey, you want a free ticket? Come join us at the booth when you're there. Meet us over here. All this stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. And it was in Orlando, a short drive for me. So I went. And long story short, there were some few chiropractors there, right? The podcasters, but many, like, it's just the techie people out there. I learned a lot. The crowd was there to make money, which was kind of funny. It's kind of like going to like an MLM conference and like seeing all the eager people, like they're like, we hit the jackpot. We are going to be millionaires. And then you're just sitting there. You're like, you all are not going to make any money. Good luck. And then the one person will, because they know somebody in the company, and they will, or they'll stick with it for a few years and their podcast will go. So they're all talking about monetizing. I'm like, why would I put ads in my like in this program? Like, and all of a sudden I get cut off, and now you're going to see an ad for what? Esurance. Doesn't make sense. It's not good for the viewership for you. If ads were in these videos and you're like, why? No, I'm out. Why is there a video? So I don't see the value in that. Maybe if it takes off. Watch out, Joe Rogan. Here comes Enrico. That's there. So really cool stuff there from an outside perspective. Do you need to do this stuff? Not really. I didn't really learn. It all made sense. It was like common sense stuff, but no like plan to action, except guess what? Create an email campaign for my podcasts that drip. And I was like, oh, I should. It was more of a kick in the butt. So that was my takeaway from that whole thing. And I got a cool mic. Yeah, $200. Sweet, they got me. But anyways, it sounds good, doesn't it? And that was my PodFest. But I did learn. I always learn. There you go, guys. Engage. You do engage. It's so funny. This group, like I try and build the group like other coaching groups and other groups where people get together and ask questions. The high engagement, like 100 comments a day, and then my group's like no comments. But then I get a ton of texts and emails. It's so funny. People text me, or they find me on Facebook privately and ask me the questions. It's cool. It's just more of a family type group, and I love it. If you don't feel like you're part of the family, become part of the family. Just start commenting, ask me questions, use my DM and Facebook, because this is just a private Facebook group. My goal is to try and keep it quiet and keep all the buzz out of here, no marketers, so that it is truly just chiropractors. Tell me, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Do you feel like you don't want to compete with other chiropractors, so you're going to keep your stuff to yourself? Or do you feel like we should have traffic from marketers putting in all their ideas? Uh, I don't know, whatever you think to build engagement, as long as it's good engagement, not engagement where a bunch of people are trying to sell you stuff. So let me know. But ad copy, don't pay for it. Definitely work on it. Have a great week. To your success. Take care.